Well, hello there folks, how are you? It's lovely to see you again as usual, and I hope that I find you very well indeed. So last night for tea I made this amazing, and it's really tasty, campfire stew. It's obviously called a campfire stew because it would be the perfect thing to eat, you know, sitting around the campfire on a chilly night. It's just a lovely combination of sausages and onions, potatoes and baked beans, you know. It's lovely just on its own with a good chunk of crusty bread. So yeah, just have this on its own in a bowl or in a mug or on a wee plate. It's entirely up to you, but I really do hope you give this one a go because like I said, it is really tasty and very easy to make. I'll leave all of the ingredients that I'm using in the show more box underneath the video. So you want quite a big pan to begin with, and choose whatever sausages you prefer. These were the ones I was going to go with, but I changed my mind last minute and ended up going for something a wee bit simpler. So these are just some beef sausages with pepper inside them. So you'll need about 6 sausage links. This will do enough for about 4 adults. So you get good, you know, 4 good portions from this. So you just want to remove the skin from your sausage links. Just go down the side with a sharp knife and it'll come off really easily, and then all you have to do is chop it into bite-sized pieces, you know, however big or small you prefer. This was the size of my wee chunks here. So get your pan onto a medium heat and pop in a couple of tablespoons of oil. I'm using olive oil, and then a medium onion finely diced, and then a wee dash of salt. That will help draw the moisture from your onions, and then a tablespoon of fennel seeds as well. I would recommend using the fennel seeds. It's going to give your stew, you know, a lovely sort of background flavour. They're lovely in this recipe. So just soften your onions up, and once they're nice and soft, you can pop in your tomato puree. So that's just 1 tablespoon of tomato puree or tomato paste, however you like to say it. So just give that a good stir around until it's nicely combined with your onions, and then you can pop in your sausages. And you want to fry these just until they've picked up a good bit of colour. They don't have to be cooked all the way through because they are going to boil for about half an hour with your potatoes. So don't worry if they're not cooked through completely. So like I said, just a good bit of colour on there, and then you can move on. I'm adding baked beans to mine, so this is just a standard can of baked beans and tomato sauce, and this is going to give your stew a lovely richness, and it's going to help thicken it up as well. So I would say definitely add the baked beans. It works wonderfully in this. So just stir that through until it's nice and warm, and then you can pop your stock in. I'm using chicken stock, but you can use vegetable stock if you prefer. I just like the chicken flavour with these sausages. So give it a good stir around, and then you can pop your potatoes in. Just make sure they're peeled and washed, take all the starch off, and then pop your chunks in, and you just want to let this simmer away for about half an hour until your potatoes are lovely and tender and just starting to break down. I'm going to pop a lid on mine because it helps them cook a wee bit quicker. And this was me about 25 minutes later, and as you can see, it's thickened up a good bit. The potatoes are lovely and tender, and you wouldn't need to add any additional thickener to this. I mean, the more you stir this around, the thicker it is going to get because your tatties are going to sort of break down. So don't stir it around too much, and I wouldn't normally stir it around as much as this, but I just wanted you, you know, to see how thick and lovely this has become. And would you look at that, you know, it was just wonderful. So all you have to do now is serve, and I'm just going to serve this very simply with some warm crusty bread rolls on the side there. You know, it really doesn't need anything else. In fact, you just have this on its own, you know, without the bread. But yeah, it was just beautiful. Highly recommended you give that one a go, like I said. But just before I move on, I wanted to say, as usual, a huge thank you to the supporters of the channel over on my Patreon page, and to the channel members here on YouTube as well, and for you all for watching and giving the videos a thumbs up, and for your comments, and for all the wonderful things that you do, and for those that share the videos as well. Thank you all ever so much. Obviously I couldn't do it without you, so I really do appreciate you watching. And if you're not following me on Instagram yet, I'm What's for Tea 3 over there, and it would be lovely to see you. More and more are coming over every week, so yeah, I do recognise a lot of your faces. So I'm going to go off now, and I will catch up up with you during the week for another wee recipe, shopping, unbagging, or whatever comes my way. So whenever I see you again, mind to take care of yourselves, and I'll see you off as soon back here on What's for Tea. Bye now.